in this culture in India, we don't have a religion. Sanatana Dharma does not mean a religion as it's being claimed today. All this culture got disrupted because continuous invasions for 1,000 years. Whether you take Hindu way of life, Jains, Buddhists, Sikhs, nowhere there is a God. In daily conversation, without uttering the word mukti, moksha, karma, prarabdha, there is no conversation in this country. Yes or no? Because the entire country was invested towards liberation, not God. In this culture, dharma has always been a point of debate. Here there's no religion as such. We've taken this religious attitude from outside because the best thing about Hindus is we are always confused. We don't have this is it kind of book. Our books are all debates. Questioners have always been killed in every other culture, do you know this? Activating human consciousness, we told you your life is your karma. Essentially this whole movement, what I'm calling as inner engineering, is a movement from religion to responsibility.
Does religion serve any purpose, Sadhguru? Like in these times, like is there any purpose to religion?
So you must understand this. In the East, in this culture in India, we don't have a religion. We've never had a religion.
Dharma, just…
Dharma means a law. We have laws. Right now, to drive on the street, there is a law. Between husband and wife, there is a dharma, a certain kind of law. You must maintain those things, otherwise, however close people are, things will go bad if you don't maintain certain things. Between father and son, there is a dharma. Between the king and the praja, there is a dharma. Like this we created. Of all these things, we said, these dharmas have to be debated in every generation and be amended and amended continuously. But there is one dharma that you do not amend. This is called as Sanatana Dharma, that means the eternal law. Sanatana Dharma does not mean a religion as it's being claimed today. It means an eternal law. What is an eternal law? Physical is always transforming, evolving, changing. So that cannot be an eternal law, you have to fix new laws. See, there was a time, suppose with an axe, within half a day if you can bring down this tree, you would be a hero in this village. Because just clearing the tree was such a big feat. But today if you bring down this tree, if you as much as bring an axe, we're going to arrest you and throw you in the prison, all right? So now the dharma has changed because the situation has changed. When it was a time when the entire region was forest, to build your home, to build a village, if you could knock down a tree and make space for people to live, people thought you're a hero. But now if you cut the tree, you're the enemy of the people. So dharma has changed. So we said all the dharma should change, but one thing should not change, which is the eternal law. What is the eternal law about? A dimension which is not physical.
Again.
For that, there is no change of laws. It is the same law. So this is called as Swadharma or Sanatana Dharma. So the knowledge or the dharma of the self beyond the body is Sanatana Dharma. So that is what we valued most because that is permanent. Rest of the things are changing and evolving. All this culture got disrupted because continuous invasions for 1,000 years. Everything got disrupted. People who are repositories of this knowledge, everything were killed and all kinds of things we've gone through. Let's not revisit that. But essentially, whether you take Hindu way of life, Jains, Buddhists, Sikhs, nowhere there is a God. There's no God. All the people whom you worship are people who walked this geography at one time. Yes or no? In Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, there is history of Rama walking down to Sri Lanka and again walking up. People celebrate those places where he sat down, where he stayed for 2 days, where he did this and that, so many things.
They were all just spreading this dharma or…
No, they were just living their life. Unfortunately, their life occupied them with so many tragedies, kidnappings and wars and stuff. But I'm saying there is proof that they walked this planet, they walked this country.
Okay.
We worship them because they showed that they had something in them which would not change no matter what kind of drama they went through. Wars happened, kidnappings happened, death happened, all kinds of horrible things happened in their life, but they were free from it. So because the highest value in this culture is freedom or liberation, which we refer to as mukti, if you listen to the conversations of your mother or maybe your grandmother, in daily conversation, without uttering the word mukti, moksha, karma, prarabdha, there is no conversation in this country. Yes or no? Every day, not spiritual conversation. Daily conversation, if they sit down and stand up, they'll say, yo, karma, prarabdha, mukti, moksha, when will I get mukti? This is the talk always, because the entire country was invested towards liberation, not God. We use these people as symbols of liberation. Even though life put them through all kinds of trials and tribulations, they remained above it. So we see that they are free. They are in a certain state of freedom that the physical world never disturbed them. But at the same time, they were not withdrawn. They were actively engaged in the physical world. Fighting a battle means absolute involvement, isn't it? When you're pitching your life out there, can't be any more involvement in life. So they're absolutely involved, but at the same time untouched by life. So we worship that quality because they're representing mukti, they're representing absolute freedom from life. So it's because of that these people became symbols, whether Rama, Krishna, Buddha, Guru Nanak or whoever, they all became symbols of mukti. Even when they were living, they were free. Actively involved but free.
But does the religion serve a purpose? You're saying it is like a rule book that we follow to stay civilized?
No, there is no rule book in India.
But you called it the law.
See, the law, that's what I said. Law, the reason why Indians are full of questions and now youth are asking all these questions is because this is a land of debate.
Yeah, which is very good,
When Shiva came, when Adiyogi Shiva came, he is a personality of that kind, that in front of him nobody would ask a question, but his wife asked him 1,000,000 questions. That is what is Shiva Sutras. And his 7 disciples asked thousands of questions. Well, you know Arjuna and Krishna, that question-answer business is big in India. See, Arjuna and Krishna are so intimate with each other, they know each other so well. But that guy in a crucial moment, how many questions he has? Because in this culture, dharma has always been a point of debate, because dharma has to evolve. All dharmas have to evolve, except the Sanatana dharma or the eternal law or the Swadharma need not evolve because that is not changing. So this is a land of seekers of truth and liberation. Here there's no religion as such. We've taken this religious attitude from outside because outside heavy competition came. Once it came, we thought we must also organize ourselves like that. We are trying to, but we will never will, because the best thing about Hindus is we are always confused. No, it's a very good thing. Confusion means you have questions in questions. Otherwise, you have stupid conclusions about everything. The idiotic conclusions that people have made have destroyed this planet, killed millions of people around the world, simply because somebody has an idiotic conclusion about everything in life, isn't it? So, we don't have this is it kind of book. Our books are all debates. So people think we are confused, but we don't think confusion is a bad thing. We are joyfully confused, that's a great thing. You have concluded something. If I ask 2 questions, your conclusion will fall apart. That is why if I ask a question, you will kill me. Questioners have always been killed in every other culture, do you know this? They ask a question, you kill the man. That's one way of handling the questions. But if you entertain the question, it will lead to more and more and more. And this is how we've always been. So this is a godless, religionless land, but we have managed this culture well because this is based on human consciousness, not on heaven, not a ruling power up there. Here we have always managed humanity by activating human consciousness. We told you, your life is your karma. What this means is, your life is your doing. Nobody managing it from anywhere else. Essentially, this whole movement, what I'm calling as inner engineering, is a movement from religion to responsibility. This is where we need to go. That every human being who sits here is responsible for who the hell they are and who the hell they're not. What they are and what they are not, they're taking complete responsibility for that. Only then individual human beings will live well, only then a nation will live well.